Alright, so now you're comfortable with rendering an array. But what if you have an array of objects? How will you deal with that, right? So for that, I'll just create one more component. And over here for this component, I'll just name this as, let's now talk about fruits, right? So fruits.jsx. Okay, so fruits.jsx, and over here I'll just create RFCE, React function component export. Oh, great. So this is the fruits component, and over here, let's say that I have an array which is an array of objects. Okay, so one element will be an entire object. So I'll just create this fruits array. So I'll just say fruits, and this is going to be an array, but inside this now I'll have multiple objects, and multiple objects will have multiple fruits with their other properties as well. So suppose I have the name property over here as apple, right? And I have some other property of this apple as well. Let's say I have the price in which it is getting sold. So let's have 100 rupees, right? Something like that, 100 rupees inside of string, right? Something like that. Similarly, let's have all of let's have this object. Let's copy this and let's create some more objects, right? So I'll just entirely copy this and I'll create some more objects. So now inside this we have 3 objects, and I'll just format it so it will get formatted, right? So now you see this is your fruits object, fruits array, and inside this fruits array you have these 3 objects. Let's change the fruit name as well. So over here let's write orange, let's have it as 80 rupees, whatever, right? Then we have mango, right? My favorite fruit. Alright, and then we can just have it as 150, whatever, right? So this is how you have this particular fruits array, and inside this fruits array you have all of these objects. Now our task is that how we are going to render these particular elements. Now we already know that we can just get them out, but over here just doing map and just getting the elements out will not work, right? Let me show you. So if I go into this div where we are returning everything, and inside this div I say, okay, let's do this, let's use the fruits array. So I'll just use the fruits array, and I'll just say map, right? And for every fruit, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to return a list item, right? I'm just going to return a list item, and with this list item I'll just get all the fruit one by one fruit, right? Like that. So we are rendering an array, right? So this should work. But if I now go through this fruits component, and if I get this rendered in my app component over here, so I'll now just have to get this fruits imported, not like this, fruits. Alright, so fruits component we have right now, and we'll just use this fruit components. We'll just remove the animals component and let's use this fruits component now. So if I use it like this, if I see over here, we do not see anything. And if I go to inspect, if I go to my console, you see I'm getting an error again, which says that, okay, we found an object which has name and price. So you cannot use an object like this. So now you will have to specify all the keys that will give you the exact values. So if I go into this fruits component, I'll just close all the other components, yes. And over here, now I'll have to access all the values one by one, right? By taking help of this objects, right? So they are all objects now. So this fruit must be all of these objects one by one. So I'll just go over here and I'll just say fruit dot name. And as soon as I do the fruit dot name thing, you will see now you have apple, orange and mango, right? And now error is gone. If I refresh this, we are not getting anything. We're just getting a warning, and that warning we'll talk about, don't worry. Okay, but let's add this particular thing as well. Let's add the price as well. So I will just add the price like this, that the price that we are getting is fruits dot price, and I'll just close the brackets, right? So fruit name, fruit price. So over here you can see apple 100, orange 80, mango 150, just what we gave to all of these values. Great, so this is done. But now if you see something, we are actually, let me just refresh this, and you will see we'll actually get a warning, and this warning says each child in a list should have a unique key prop, right? Each child in a list should have a unique key prop, And why is that? So basically, when we create an object like this, when we create an array of object like this, multiple of these objects can have some same values, right? Some same values. Suppose the price for apple and orange is 100, right? So like that, right? Name sometimes can also be same. So now they say that whenever we do something like that, we should always get a key. Right now you see name, all of these things are different. So we can just say that, okay, for these particular elements, take our key as fruit.name. fruit.name, right? So we have passed our key as well, that okay, you can take the name as key right now. Always make sure that whenever you pass something for this key attribute, they are unique, right? If they are not, just add some IDs or look for some unique values and add that over here. And now if I move over here and if I refresh everything, now you see that warning is also gone, right? So there is a special thing that we need to discuss, that why using keys are very important. We'll discuss that later. But now if you want to basically do this, right, if you want to render an array of objects, so this is a way of doing it.